It's 5 o'clock in Pirate Country, and it's time to get pumped up with the P-Man. Hit the door and hit the road. 94.3 The Game is going to get you home, and the P-Man's not holding back.
Yes! Yes! Pirates win! Pirates win!
Bring on the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Holy mackerel! Oh, my goodness!
The flagship station of the ECU Pirates.
All right, little Victory Monday for the Pirates. Good stuff. Good stuff. Welcome in. Nice to have you along. I am the great P-Man, Patrick Johnson, here with you. This is the Patrick Johnson Show. We've got Inside Pirate Athletics coming up with Coach Mike Houston at 6 o'clock tonight, live from Tiebreakers. So Philip the Ref Pilkington will be guiding you through the back end of the show with a Pirate Report and more. We say hello to him. Pilk, good weekend. Everything go well for you?
It did, man. Pirates win, which was great, and I stayed pretty dry. I didn't go floating off into the Tar River or anything, so I was pretty good. How did you have a good weekend, P-Man?
I did. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll also get into the weekend that was for our weekly guest co-host in a way, the great Jay Sunholder, Sonny Sunholder. That's right, ladies. He's back if you're with us on video. And Sonny looking good, cheesing as always. So, Sundog, what a weekend in college football. All of these top 25 matchups, and many of them did not disappoint. We'll talk about them, but just a first blush reaction to the weekend.
It was like the best Saturday ever with all those games. I mean, the two that come to mind is that Colorado game and what Oregon did to Colorado.
Yeah.
Just a little surprise there. And then the Ohio State-Notre Dame game. I mean, that was wild down to the end. And Notre Dame didn't have 11 guys on the field for the final two plays, so can't expect to stop them at the one if you don't have your full alignment out there.
Yeah, we'll get into all the games in just a little bit. Obviously, the Pirates won in very adverse weather conditions on Saturday evening. So we're going to talk about with Coach coming up at 6, but here's kind of my takeaway from it. In all three phases, the Pirates played pretty well. The weather was awful, and East Carolina didn't let it bother them. I thought ECU took care of business and, quite frankly, did what you're supposed to do against an FCS team. That's my take after watching the game back yesterday. What did you think, Sonny?
Domination. I mean, that's what they played clean, no turnover, no interceptions. They ran the ball, and this game was never in doubt, and they did what they're supposed to do. And I think the biggest thing now is a tough 3 weeks where if you don't get a win, I mean, you got to go back and watch the film and regroup. After this game, players are going to be, kind of on the right track now, have confidence. There's going to be momentum. And there's going to be a good feeling in that locker room that they took care of business, they did the job, and a lot of guys really stood out Saturday.
I thought Alex Flynn looked really good. I think he's displaying a lot of toughness out there right now. Garcia seemed to play with a little more freedom when we did see him in the game. Obviously, Rajay Harris is, he's a four-letter guy, S-T-U-D. I mean, the guy's a baller. He's healthy. And I think he is emerging as a leader on this team. If you don't like the people that Keaton Mitchell and Rajay Harris are, that's a you problem, because they're really fantastic football players, but even better kids, better people. And so I'm happy to see Rajay have the success he's having. What is he, up to 4 touchdowns or something like that this year? I think the running back room, which is like the boom boom room. I want to go to the boom boom room, the running back room. Sounds like a nightclub that Sonny would have gone to back in the day. I think in a lot of ways, he is the leader of the offense now. He is not necessarily Flynn, not necessarily Gard. It's Rajay's the leader of the offense. And I think of a deep room, he is the deep position group. He is right now the guy in that room. Bond is a special player. Anybody can go down and make tackles on special teams and then come back and run the ball. Is a pretty special player, but I think Rajay Harris is coming into his own in a lot of ways here so far through the first third of the season.
Well, he's a voice that everybody respects. And anytime one of your best players is a hard worker who's been through adversity, he has experience, multiple years in the program, then the unfortunate injury where he had to rehab it and get back, all those guys saw the work that he did getting back to this point where he can play and, be a star on this team. His production speaks for itself. I expect him to continue to get better, continue to get more healthy and feeling better. Because, that injury is still recent, but that's a kind of a progressive thing where you're going to start feeling better even when you are at 100%. You're just going to be more confident and being further away from that injury. So I expect him to continue to get better and better, but he's been a force here to start the season. I think we'll see him get more carries. He's a guy, though, everybody looks up to.
And again, everybody's saying, well, it's Gardner-Webb. Well, it's the first time they've shut out an opponent since Duke back in 2000. There were, multiple other things that happened in that game that the Pirates did that haven't happened in a number of years. And Rajay got the rushing touchdown and the receiving touchdown. But to me, the way they came out with the grit they showed in the weather is what really impressed me about Saturday evening's game. Because Gardner-Webb looked like they had never even practiced in the rain, let alone played a game in adverse weather conditions. They just looked all out. And I think the Pirates had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I agree. ECU was more prepared, and this is a Gardner-Webb team. We dominated them. They made the FCS playoffs last year. They have high hopes. They were very close with Appalachian State. Felt like they could have even won that game. So I know we blew them out, but that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we did. We took care of business. And you're right, as far as handling the conditions, we're 0-3 going into this game in wet conditions. It very easily could have been a situation where we went out there and we could have made excuses, hey, because of the weather or whatever, not getting off to a good start. But this game, the Pirates took control of it. They did what they had to do. And again, a Gardner-Webb team that we made them maybe look not very good on Saturday, but they're going to win a lot of games this year. They're talented, have a good coaching staff. So if I was the program, and I know they feel this way, I would be very proud of this game and a good kind of starting point now here moving into conference play. That's a good win where they can feel good about what they did.
Yeah, it all kind of, look, as disappointing as the first 3 weeks of the season were and are, you still have a point in the season, Sonny, where, in a way, it's a reset. It starts anew with the conference. And look, right now in the conference, outside of Tulane, everybody looks beatable right now.
It's wide open.
Including the Pirates. Pirates, but right. It's an open race as far as I'm concerned, and I don't think Tulane's invincible.
Well, and Patrick, it's all about which teams can stay healthy, which teams stay together, and who gets better and who's consistent. This isn't, it's not the SEC or the AFC East. There's talented teams, but if somebody really takes a step forward, they're going to have a great chance to win this league. And for ECU, I just think, 3 weeks where it didn't go your way. It's still 8 games left. And if you can continue to take strides, get better, and be consistent, you're going to be right there at the end and feel good about where you're at. But it's all about moving forward, kind of learning from the past and, and also taking the success from Saturday and try to take that into this week's game against Rice.
The thing defensively, and I don't think this can be understated or overstated enough, they spread you out, Gardner-Webb does, and they then try to sneak you with runs up the middle. I thought the Pirates were really well prepared for that as run stuffers in the middle. C.J. Mims played well, I thought. Shuford played well for the – so, that's not an easy thing to do when you're spread out like that because – and it's kind of what we just saw Tennessee do to Texas San Antonio, and they've done to everybody else this year except Florida maybe. They'll gouge you with that run after they spread you out, and that's a tough thing to defend.
Yeah, they try to open up lanes, and it's very difficult. And ECU made it kind of shut down their offense because they couldn't run the ball, and that made them one-dimensional. But this offense, and they want to play with tempo, and they weren't able to get things going because of our defense and the defensive line. When they spread out the wide receivers and they kind of put the game in a box in the run game, as far as our 5 offensive linemen. Our 4 defense linemen against their 5-0 line, and then the 2 linebackers in the box. and they really highlight that matchup. It's all one-on-one battles, and we won those for the majority of the game. And I think that's something the defense, Blake Harrell and his group back there can be proud of, is they won those matchups and everybody kind of dominated their individual position battle. And overall, it resulted in a dominating win and a shutout.
So JT Daniels, who has played for 4 different teams in his collegiate career, injured for Rice, the quarterback. I don't know if he's going to play. They're not going to say. They're going to string that out as long as they can. But all indications are that, Daniels is pretty injured. So we'll see. I'll say this, and he'll show up Saturday for all we know. But the pulse, the heartbeat that Rice had earlier in the year, especially when in beating Houston, to me it was all their quarterback, Daniels. So if you don't have him, that's a big advantage. But I mean, you can maybe put that check in the ECU column, because you are going against an unknown, quite frankly. But he was right up there in that. He might not have been in that top tier of quarterbacks, but he was right there in that notch below him in the American.
He was the difference maker, and with his experience, I mean, that's their guy. So with him either not being able to play or possibility of being limited, it's going to change up their whole offense. Now, you imagine they're going to try to run the ball more and try to relieve the pressure, whether it's Daniels or the backup in the game. So now the mindset is for ECU, hey, we've got to prepare for everything. We especially have to prepare for this to be more of a running game from Rice, and them to kind of change their looks up if Daniels can't go, or he doesn't throw it as much. So I think the challenge now is for that front seven. Hey, listen, let's expect the run. You've got to win up front and try to make Rice really in a position where it's second and third and long situations where potentially you've got Daniels throwing and he's not healthy, or the backup in the game, which, there's a reason he's the backup. He's not the star of the team. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Well,
one thing I can guarantee you is they will play against the quarterback that goes by their initials, because it'll either be JT or it'll be AJ Padgett, the backup. So that's the one thing I can guarantee that may. And look, he's a freshman, but redshirt freshman. But I mean, he's or second year freshman, but he is he played college, or he played high school ball in Frisco, Texas. So I mean, this isn't some kid that they got off of the scrap heap. I mean, this kid played high school ball in Texas. That's a different level, Sonny. So I mean, it doesn't mean he's going to light up ECU, but he's not a tomato can, I don't think, by any stretch. We've talked the Pirates. We're going to talk some other college football, and when we come back, when we return, the ref Philip Pilkington, myself, and Jay Sunholder will start off the segment with Hold My Beer. That's coming up on the Patrick Johnson Show.
R&D Brewing is proud to partner with the ECU Pirates, and now you can enjoy Pirates Brew, the official craft beer of ECU Athletics. Pirates Brew is a carefully curated light beer that embodies the spirit of ECU, a refreshing and easy drinking light beer. Pirates Brew by R&D Brewing is available now at grocery stores, local retailers, and at ECU athletic events.
Head over to your favorite store and enjoy a nice Pirates Brew today, or else you'll walk the plank. Hand me another Pirates Brew.
Fifth Street Hardware is the home of the $9 lunch special Tuesday through Fridays. $9 specials every day, including the famous Burger Day on Tuesdays, Flatbread Pizza Wednesday, the famous Fifth Street Hardware Reuben on Thursday, and fried fish or shrimp on Friday. Plus trivia on Wednesday nights and live music every Thursday nights. And the Prime Rib Brunch Buffet has returned on Sundays. You heard that right. The Brunch Buffet with all the great items, including prime rib. Fifth Street Hardware in downtown Greenville.
Storm season is approaching. North Carolina weather can damage your roof, and before long, a small leak can turn into a big problem. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so protect it with Wells Home Improvements.
We work with all insurance companies for a hassle-free roof installation experience. Call us today and get 10% off your roof installation when you mention this commercial.
252-227-8403 or visit us online at wellshomeimprovements.com. Wells Home Improvements. Local, honest, dependable.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Just because voice-over IP telephones are the latest technology in the telephone world doesn't mean they're the right choice for you and your business. Whether your internet provider is unable to support a voice-over IP phone system, or you don't have a need for high-tech features and simply want to stick with a traditional system, Spain Telecom is here to help. Spain Telecom offers a variety of services to keep your business connected and competitive. We're confident we can find the right phone system for you and your business, a system that addresses all your communication needs. Looking for a new phone system that won't break the bank? In addition to new systems, Spain Telecom also offers gently used systems that are in great shape and can save you money. No matter your needs, Spain Telecom has a solution for you. Whether it's voice over IP, on-premise systems, new or used, give us a call at 252-353-2006 and let Spain Telecom help you with your communications needs.
You have something you need to get off your chest? Get off your chest.
I am not here for rage. I'm here for revenge.
Did your favorite team blow another game?
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Or is there just something that's driving you crazy?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
It's time to let it all out.
You have made me very angry. Very angry indeed.
With another edition of Hold My Beer.
Hold my beer.
All right. You know the drill. Jay Sunholder's first time playing Hold My Beer. Sonny, it's kind of what grinds my gears segment. So since you're here with us, your first time playing Hold My Beer, we'll let you go first. So the floor is yours.
Right. I've heard all about it. I'm excited to play. So Hold My Beer. Something that grinds my gears is when I'm on an airplane and somebody leaves the window open and I can't sleep because the shine's going through on me and I can't sleep, or if they take off their shoes while they're on the plane and I'm sitting next to them.
Okay. Take off their shoes. Is there any other scenario where one might take their shoes off that annoys you?
If anybody ever takes off their shoes and I'm sitting next to them and I can't move, whether that's on an airplane, it's in a car, it's in a broadcast booth, wherever it may be.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the record, my shoes stay on. Just for the record. When Sonny and I work together, my shoes stay on. So
they're always
although
tied.
if Sonny
They're always laced up.
Yes. Well, I wear slip-ons. I don't do tight. I'm too fat for that. But if I'll say this, if Sonny would promise me a foot rub, I'd probably remove the shoe.
That'll never happen.
All right, Pilk, any reaction to Sonny's Hold My Beer there?
I think they're very valid. As someone who travels a lot, yeah, I have no problem if you like on descent or coming into a new city you've never seen before in the last 5-10 minutes when I have the window open. But when it's a 3.5-4 hour flight, there's no need for sun to just beam in the whole time. And then
it gets hot.
Yeah, it gets hot.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And then taking shoes off. Look, if you want your feet to breathe that much, just wear flip flops to begin with. If you want to do that, I don't care. But no need to take them off just for the heck of taking them off.
I one time challenged TJ Long to place a Coca-Cola can in an empty pair of shoes along press row, but he wouldn't do it. And looking back, I should have just done it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Pilk, what you got? Hold my beer.
Alrighty, hold my beer. I am tired of all my fellow Panther fans talking like the season is over. This team was not built from the beginning of the season to go to the playoffs anyways. This year is about developing a young quarterback, getting everyone familiar with the new system. We never were going to win 10 or 11 games.
He didn't play yesterday.
No, I know. And he didn't, but he took a lot of mental reps and he learned things. Now the defense ticked me off yesterday. You know, Patrick, I'm muting you. You have been muted till I finish my hold my beer. You're done. So I'm allowed to rant. Then you can respond when I get done ranting. But look, this was going to be a 7-win season max anyways. It's about building a foundation, letting the players gel with the new system. In the future, you want to win a Super Bowl with Bryce Young, and you're not doing that this year, and that's okay. Everybody thought we were winning 10 games at the beginning of the season for some dumb reason. We're still in the same spot we started the season. Patrick, you have unmuted. You may respond as you feel your need.
I think 7 wins is a stretch, but I understand when you talk about fans overreacting. Look, I who knows what's going to happen with Bryce Young, but if you've got to throw the ball with Andy Dalton 58 times, you ain't winning squadoosh in 2023.
That is true.
Ain't happening. They got to figure out a way to run the ball. Their offensive line is not good.
You're right. But I'm not here to win games this year. That's not the goal.
You're always in it to win games.
You're here to win games long term. I want to win games long term.
We keep score. That's why we play.
Yeah, and I want to win a Super Bowl 6-7 years from now. We're building a foundation. Steph wanted the foundation.
Oh, we're back to the Matt Rule 7-year plan. All right, Sonny.
Well, I just think the thing with the Panthers is they don't have a first-round pick next year. So that's a huge part of this deal. And, I mean, the reality is if Bryce Young is real and he's going to be a star quarterback, they'll be completely fine. If he's nothing better than average, then they're going to be in trouble because you have to have a quarterback to win big. They don't have the pieces around it because they had to gut the roster a little bit with that trade, and the O-line's not solid. So if Bryce Young comes through and develops this year, they're going to be fine in the years ahead. If not, then they'll have issues and they'll have to reset it.
Pilk, do you ever wonder what's behind the door there that Sonny sits in front of? Do you ever wonder that? I do. I wonder what's behind the door.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Now that I look at it, it does look like a smaller couch or a closet door, but I always thought it was just like the entry to the room. He was just in a little office. But that was a good point.
I'm wondering what's behind. No, you don't have to open it. Keep us
dun 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 dun.
It looks like it's a hallway or passageway of some kind. I don't know.
I can
see like golf clubs or something.
Oh no, let's not do this. Come on. Oh, it's a catch-all. It's a catch-all in there. And it looked like there were more doors. This is a haunted house that he lives in. All right, hold my beer. Look, years and years and years ago, I actually was asked to be in a wedding during the fall. And it was ECU playing UNC for the first time in Greenville. And I turned the people down because people that schedule weddings in the fall during football season, child, please. Child, please. You can't do that. That is a no-no. I'm not sure she's a keeper if she forces you to have a fall wedding. We got married on the hottest day of the year in 2018 because couldn't do it during sports season.
There you go. I agree.
Sonny,
I could not agree more.
Sonny, defend yourself.
Well, I remember your wedding. You look great on your wedding. You didn't sweat at all.
I did look good. No, I sweat like a pig.
Even better.
Even better, but I sweat like a pig. Well, I actually did all right in the ceremony. It was after the ceremony. So Pilk, I got married in the oldest church in North Carolina.
How about that? And hey, I'm proud. You did it the traditional way. I hate all these dumb wedding venues. Get married in a church. That's where you're supposed to get married. These $10,000 venues are bogus. All right, sorry I interrupted. Go ahead, Patrick.
No, that's fine. But the air conditioning went out in the little off building that I was changing in. So I had to go into the main hall where my bride was changing, and then I had to get changed in a broom closet or something because I couldn't see her. So I was then I started to sweat a little because I don't like dark, confined spaces. But, Sonny, that's all I'm going to say. Fall weddings, football season weddings, Sonny. Sonny's not married, by the way, nor will he probably ever be. He's a smart man, but there you go. Sonny?
Do we have another hold my beer, or what do we do?
That's it. I don't know. I didn't know if you want to comment on it.
Gripe?
That's all.
You don't have another gripe?
Oh, I got a lot of gripes. By the way, Pilk, Sonny and I did TV Friday in a driving rainstorm. They made poor Sonny go down to the sideline because we didn't have a sideline reporter to try to talk to people. And he was out there 5 minutes, and he came back, and he was drenched.
Dude, that reminds me. Remember, like 2 or 3 years ago, they did that to you in the championship game, the state championship game, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was watching it, and you were just getting – it was a monsoon.
Well, no, I was prepared. I had rain boots on, and I had a coat, and I had an umbrella, and I had the ugly hat that offends people. The hat offends people. Soon I'll wear the hat on the show, Pilk, because I'm getting some new gear here for the home studio. But Sonny did not have this. Sonny had like a down jacket on, and I don't think it was water repellent. You look like a wet dog that had been out in the rain, Sonny, when you came back into the box. Here was the great thing, though. It is a miracle. Here was the great thing about the game, though, Pilk. You know, we talk about college kickers. A kid that's a high school kicker for Apex hit a 52-yarder in that wind-blown rain going sideways to win the game.
How about that? That's awesome. Things you love to hear on a Friday night.
That was pretty cool.
Overreact. He probably got 52 scholarship offers after that, too.
He should have. He should have for every yard that he kicked. I mean, it was legit 52 also. Yeah. It wasn't wind-aided or anything. Overreaction Monday, of course. Really quick, Sonny, who made the biggest statement in your mind this weekend? College football.
Tell you what, Florida State, that's a pretty big one on the road at Clemson. In a game that went back and forth, I was down to the wire. I think Florida State's real. I think this is going to be their year to get in the playoff. I think they're a talented team, and that was a big one on Saturday.
I was there. I think Florida State just overall defensively, but especially up front, and then the secondary are superb. They got to Clemson's quarterback in the second half, and he wasn't able to stand back there and pick them apart. I'm a Jordan Travis believer. I know that you maybe had some doubts, but watching what he did in the fourth quarter in overtime, really in the second half in overtime, and they had zero running game for the majority of that game. So I thought Jordan Travis for Florida State's the real deal. I think Alabama made a heck of a statement this weekend. They kind of showed that they were still – we've not gone anywhere. They held Ole Miss to 10 points, which I think is a real positive, and they ended up winning by 2 touchdowns, and it probably wasn't even that close. So I kind of like what I saw out of Alabama this weekend. I thought Duke's win at UConn was impressive because it was – you could have gone up there very easily with Notre Dame next week and game day likely at that point going to be there, and now it's been announced they're going to be there. But if you were Duke, you could have gone up to there in a half-empty stadium or like a 2/3 empty stadium and laid an egg, and they didn't. I thought that was a big deal.
I think Duke's real. I think that Notre Dame game next week is going to be so much fun, and I think what Mike Elko's done up there, I mean, not enough people realize and understand what he's done last year, this year, and what he's going to continue to do up there. I think he's phenomenal and truly one of the best coaches in the country. And I'm glad they're going to have that national audience for that game.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It will be a big deal. And look, I mean, that's a top 20 matchup. Who would have thunk that, right? At the beginning of the season. And I'm going to say that, May gets a lot of credit, as he should. But I don't think Riley Leonard may be the best quarterback in the triangle. I mean, can I say that?
He's going to be a first-round pick. That's what they're all talking about. There's going to be like 6 quarterbacks that are first-round picks, and he's going to be a first-round pick.
Okay. Pilk, you ready to handle this thing from here on out?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right, Philip the Ref Pilkington with a Pirate Report coming up. And he'll also break down some of the – and that's Jay Sunholder. We'll say goodbye to him for now. Preacher Sunholder. We say goodbye.
Amen.
To wedding officiant. Amen. All right, Sonny. I'll see you Friday. And are you going to be anywhere Saturday? Or are you doing another wedding, or what's going on?
Yeah, Chattanooga versus Wofford Saturday.
Okay, a little SoCon action on the plus. Okay.
Yes, sir. 6
good.
o'clock.
Oh, you got to go all the way out to Chattanooga. Where is it?
It's at Wofford, so down.
Okay,
Spartanburg.
that's not bad. So you could go in the day of the game.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't think I've told Pilk this either. So, Pilk, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
So I'm checking into the hotel where I stayed Friday night. So we played our game for Friday Night Rivals that Sonny and I do. And I went my way and Sonny went his. We both went to South Carolina in opposite directions. And so I got to the hotel in Concord, right there down from the Raceway. Pilk is where I stayed. Okay.
Hey, right near my house.
Is that near your house? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I stayed there in one of the Hilton hotels. So I checked in and I moved my car and parked it and I walked in and I got a little beef jerky and like a water or something from up front for a snack because I had not eaten. And I was white knuckle driving until I got to Burlington. And so I look up to get in line to say, charge this to my room. And guess who's there, Pilk? Tony Stewart.
Wow, smoke. That's awesome.
So I went up to him and I said, Patrick Johnson, big fan. And he turned around. No, I actually didn't disturb him. It was late at night. I looked him in the eyes. He looked me in the eyes. He knew I knew him. I acknowledged him with the head shake. And I just got in line behind him very quietly. His wife is apparently a drag strip driver. Right.
Yeah.
And so they were having a big drag racing deal there at the Speedway. Because it was full of those guys in the morning at breakfast. It was really something.
Yeah,
Sonny,
and Tony's actually got into
Stewart
it now. Tony's actually got into drag racing now. He won one a few weeks. Last year he won an event. Yeah.
His wife had a dog with. They had a dog with them. Checking into the hotel. That was interesting. It was interesting. Sonny, do you even know what we're talking about?
I'm not a big NASCAR guy, but I know who Tony Stewart is.
Okay. Well,
I would have asked him for a picture.
I should have, but it was late at night. I mean, it was like close to 11, and I felt like I'm tired. He's got to be tired dealing with his wife and this dog. I'm just going to give him the head. I'm just going to give him the head shake. I'm going to give him the nod of hello and approval. I know who you are, nod. You know what I'm talking about. I know who you are, nod. That's what I gave him.
You're looking out for him, huh? You knew you had a long day.
Well, when I drove around the hotel to find a decent parking place, I saw this woman out there with the dog. And I could tell he just had a look of I didn't recognize him at that point, but he had a look and a feel of exact. I've been where he was before. Late night, you're dealing with your spouse and a dog. It's a lot. Yeah. You guys know nothing about it. You know nothing about that pain. My nod of recognition to him was probably more than anything. I feel your pain, bud. I feel your pain.
You gave him respect.
I gave him respect. Pilk, on the other hand, would have mobbed him. That's my guess.
No, I did grow up a Tony Stewart fan, but I'm good at knowing when and when not to do those things, I feel like.
This was an occasion you didn't want. I mean, I don't think it would have been the end of the world, but I think at that point we were both a little grumpy.
Yeah.
I know I was.
Yeah, it's late.
I know I was.
Yeah.
It was late, and I just had white-knuckled it out of the triangle into the triad. All right, Sonny, we'll see you Friday. Great job as always.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Girls, that's Jay Sunholder. And Philip the Ref Pilkington will lead you through the rest of this Patrick Johnson show right after these words.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport. Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers, better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern living's best small town.
Just because voice-over IP telephones are the latest technology in the telephone world doesn't mean they're the right choice for you and your business. Whether your internet provider is unable to support a voice-over IP phone system, or you don't have a need for high-tech features and simply want to stick with a traditional system, Spain Telecom is here to help. Spain Telecom offers a variety of services to keep your business connected and competitive. We're confident we can find the right phone system for you and your business, a system that addresses all your communication needs. Looking for a new phone system that won't break the bank? In addition to new systems, Spain Telecom also offers gently used systems that are in great shape and can save you money. No matter your needs, Spain Telecom has a solution for you. Whether it's voice over IP, on-premise systems, new or used, give us a call at 252-353-2006 and let Spain Telecom help you with your communications needs.
Pizza? Ooh.
Yes. All pineapple.
Yes. No.
What's wrong with pineapple on pizza?
I only eat pizza with pizza things.
That makes sense. Pineapple is a pizza thing. Also makes sense.
Is it though?
This tastes great.
That we agree on.
Let's agree to agree. Pepsi Zero Sugar tastes great.
Can't you just pick off the pineapple?